Good morning, brothers and sisters. Much love and peace to you. I pray that God gives me the words to say to grow you in this time with me that you're giving. So I have three principles today, and the first one is vision. To be, to grow in life, to honestly grow in life in the way you want to go, you need to have vision in your life. So I'll break it down to what vision looks like in my life, and then break it down to why it matters to you and why it matters to you having vision. So first, vision in my life, I have like 3-year goal, 4-year goal. And my 3-year goal is to blow up the church in India. It's to see the Church of India flourish like it's never flourished before, like to spread it so fast that like to start a firestorm, like literally to start a fire tornado like that just sweeps the nation. And so how am I going to do that? Well, I'm partnering with Good News for India. I want to give them $8 million to help them build food industries and clean water for the people of India, and to be able to support the church. And so they will have an infrastructure built so they don't have to have donations to support their church. They'll have this infrastructure to support their church. So that's my 3-year goal. Now, my 1-year goal ties into this. So I want to offer my books to all the churches in America and Australia for free. And so that means I'm going to have to like call all the churches in a state in a week. Hopefully I can get through some states faster than others, because California, Florida, New York, I mean, there's probably a bunch there, I'm assuming. And so I want to do that because I want to promote the health and the welfare of the church, to like a call to action, like a call to action to pursue your calling and to get you on the right steps. And so I'm offering my book for free at www.armoryforsuccess.com. And the reason I'm doing this is because, honestly, I firmly believe that the value that I'm offering in my book is, dude, I could sell it for $500. I could sell it for $300. I could sell it for $100. I could be one of those internet marketers, right? But to me, it's about adding value to my brothers and sisters. And so I'm offering value. And so in return, I would hope that like you would donate the price of a coffee to help support the church in India. It's a shout out for my book because it's about done. I'm waiting on editors and stuff. And so second year vision, what am I looking at in my second year? My second year is building businesses, because I'm taking a 20% split off of the 100% that's coming in of profit. And that 20% split is going to go to me developing businesses and growing businesses so I can be self-sufficient in business, so I can continue to support the church in the ways I want to support, and not have to rally a bunch of Christians around just to donate $5 into the offering plate. So that's vision. I know what I'm doing, okay? So why am I doing it, okay? I'm doing it because I tell myself this story. There's this kid named Raj in India. He was 10 years old, and because I and a bunch of people walked out their calling, we were able to support the church in India. He's 10 years old, and he gets enrolled in a Christian school for free to learn reading. And he comes to know the Lord. That year, both of his parents die in a car accident. And the church takes him under his wing and raises him up. And it really impacts Raj. And Raj is like, he decides that he wants to dedicate his life completely to the Lord. And so he goes and he starts telling every child that he can interact with in the city that he's in about Christ. And he brings 100 people to know the Lord, like 100 kids to know the Lord. Those 100 kids go out with Raj and they evangelize to all the poor people in that city. And because of your donations, because of me moving in my calling, because Raj moving in his calling, because the 100 kids moving in their calling, right? The city's saved, like the poor of the city's saved. And so that's a why that moves you. And so in that why, you draw power, you draw momentum per se of why you do something. So that's the first principle. Define your vision. Second principle, you need to set goals. Saying this again, you need to set goals, and you need to break them down and be like, so today it's like I'm finishing my Shopify site, I'm writing 2 blog posts, I'm learning how to internet market, all applicable stuff that's going to get me closer to my goal or my overall vision. And there's things that you personally need to do to get yourself in the position for you to succeed, depending on what it is. It may be learning recipes on how to cook. It may be, spending more time with your family because you want to invest in your family and build your family up, and you want to build those relationships up. You know what I mean? It may be spending time with God and reading the Bible more, so you have a better relationship with God. The third thing is you got to grind. You just got to get your stuff done. Like, you got to get your stuff done. If you don't get your stuff done, then saying you're going to do this and planning that you're going to do it and then not doing it, like, you're just wasting a bunch of your time. And so you got to grind. And if you are having a hard time grinding, you got to go back to your vision. You got to go back and be like, is it moving to you? Is it compelling to you? Do you have passion for it? Are you willing to die on this hill for it? Are you willing to do things that scare you? Like, initially, this is the funny thing. I made 50 Hello World videos before I actually got on the screen and actually uploaded stuff to YouTube, just because I was terrified of being on the world stage. And so you're going to have to face your fears. And in grinding, you will face your fears, and you'll understand that fear usually, I'll tell the story first. So one time I had a phone in my hand, and I was about to walk in a door, and I was going to make a phone call. I was overcome with fear. I literally did not want to walk through that door. Didn't want to walk through it at all. I was just so super nervous, super anxiety, super, I just didn't want to do it. So I stood outside the door for a minute. And then I realized, I'm like, what happens if I walk through that door? And so I just opened the door, walked through. Fear went away like that. And it's fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay. It's a figment of your imagination. It's just a figment of your imagination. And so when I walked through that door, I walked into the opportunity of making the phone call that I wanted to make. But it was there was this fear of, approaching this situation. But I didn't know that because that's on my subconscious and not on my conscious. And so 3 principles again, you need to have vision. It's very, very important. If there's anything I can stress in teaching, is you need to have vision. And in that vision, you need to define your whys. Why does it compel you? Second, totally forgot. You need to set goals. You need to set goals to get your stuff done. You need to set goals to make stuff happen. 3, you need to hustle. You need to grind. You need to execute. And that's usually where people get tripped up. They get tripped up in executing, but the real reason they're getting tripped up is because their vision's not clear enough for them. And so thank you, brothers and sisters. I know this video ran a little long. Peace and much love.